welcome to Research Bites, your daily dose of science news. If there's one thing us humans are good at, it's waging wars. We've borne witness to the sagas of war since time immemorial. However, there is one timeless war that has been raging between the good bacteria and bad bacteria of our guts that we don't know too much about. While the bad bacteria are always trying to latch onto our intestine walls, the good ones nudge them away and confiscate those binding sites. In a recent study that was published in the journal Scientific Reports, researchers observed this competition closely and identified some proteins involved in this interaction. They have also produced microbeads that are embedded with these proteins and have the potential to fight pathogenic bacteria when we administer them orally. Our intestines are coated with slimy mucus that is made up of a complex mixture of carbohydrates and proteins. Some of these proteins bind to receptors, which are projections on the microbes, and prevent them from attaching to the gut surface. This mucus layer is sloughed off from time to time and removes harmful bacteria from our gut. But some of these bacteria succeed in binding to the cell lining through their surface receptors and beat the good probiotic bacteria. In this study, the researchers studied one kind of gut receptor binding protein called the MUB protein. It is used by the probiotic bacteria Lactobacillus plantarum. They isolated the MUB protein and tested how good it was in preventing pathogenic bacteria from binding to human cells. To their surprise, these proteins did an excellent job and inhibited the binding of a pathogenic strain of bacteria by 81%. The researchers believe that this protein could soon act as a supplement to combat pathogenic bacteria in the gut. They produced a small portion of the recombinant MUB protein and checked to see if it could be orally delivered as an antibacterial agent in our gut. They created small microspheres or microbeads with the protein, which would transport the MUB proteins to the right place in our gut and in the right amounts. These microbeads were found to be stable and effective at 37 degrees Celsius, which is the average temperature of our body. Interestingly, the MUB proteins were more effective than the bacteria that produced them in preventing the pathogens from binding to our gut cells. The smaller size of the proteins helped them to percolate easily and blanket the cells and tissues of our gut. This cut off the pathogens' access. These findings provide a better understanding of the interactions among the gut microbes, and this has a direct implication on our health. Although the intake of probiotic bacteria from yogurt and other fermented products is recommended to ward off pathogens, it might contribute towards the evolution of drug resistance in bacteria, and this is a huge concern. The encapsulation of proteins in the form of microbeads, as demonstrated in this study, offers a better replacement to antibiotics and the probiotic bacteria themselves. At a time when the healthcare industry is struggling to deal with antibiotic resistance, a simple product like the MUB protein microbeads might give us an antibiotic-free approach to fight against disease-causing gut bacteria. Thank you for listening. Don't forget to like, share, and follow. This podcast was brought to you by Research Matters, a SciComm initiative by Gubi Labs. For more science-based stories, podcasts, and news, log on to our website www.researchmatters.in.